welcome to the GT2 Series Redux. This is ESR. I am Cole McRae, and this is...
Matthew Hicks.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to our broadcast. Well, it's actually not a broadcast, but it's a recording and playback for your
It's a
viewing
broadcast
pleasure.
of spirit.
Yeah, in spirit. We're all one with the spirits. This is our second round of the championship series. GT2, my favorite series. Unfortunately, I was not able to participate because I was too busy spreading the coronavirus. Just kidding. I was actually just traveling a little bit. We're now
Spreading the
watching...
coronavirus.
Yeah, why not? Watching Ayrton Tobin zoom around in his Beamer W with quite aplomb. So this is at Suzuka West, as you can see in the top of the screen. This is an interesting layout to be sure, but it's what we they used to use back in the day when the series first debuted, like 6 or 7 years ago or something. So very cool. Actually, I'm probably wrong with that date, but I feel like it should be that long ago.
Yeah, it should be. I just noticed no stop meal. Ooh.
I know, I was just gonna say, I'm amazed that Sean Kenny was at the lead, but then I saw no stop anywhere. That's not to say he isn't necessarily there, but he could have just not set a qualifying lap, which would be pretty weird. Oh,
Oh.
who was that?
Sean Kenny.
That was Scott Nick
Oh, it's got
going
Nick. Yeah, you're
for
right.
Federico Voss. I didn't realize they were driving the same car. Interesting. I didn't know we allowed that. But as you can see, our qualifying zone is Sean Kenny in P1, John Spriggs P2, Richard DeRoche P3, and that first P45, go Ferrari. Chris Johnson number 4, Serge Hendricks 5, Martin Edmonds 6, Brody Steen 7, Andrew D, Josiah Jerome, Federico Voss, Ayrton Tobin, Glenn Cavis, Bas Schilstra, John Barker, Wayne Hutchison, Scott Nick, Sean Zulu, Mauricio Delgado, Michael Magus
Magas.
is the last one I saw for the second there, 19th. But Devin Tolliver was number 20, so that was our top
Can
20.
can people hear Discord in the background, or is that
I
just me?
I I can't. I don't hear anything.
Oh, I know. That's just on my end.
Noise. Anyhow, as per the series regulations, we're running 2 races, a 20-minute and then a 40-minute, with a reverse top 15 grid in between, and then no mandatory pit anything. So go ham as you want with whatever tires. Suzuka West is a very interesting track, pretty well acclimated towards the more handling-y cars. So I fully expect this Cadillacs to struggle, the Corvettes to struggle a little bit less, and I fully expect Richard DeRoche in that Ferrari P45 to be pretty potent. You never know. And
Bro.
there we go. Go. Cars are rolling. Chris Johnson, P4. As I say that, looks like he is
Bad start from Chris Johnson.
not great.
Make a start from
Oh,
Martin Edmonds.
shoot. That was, yeah, not amazing.
Oh, Richard
Richard DeRoche immediately off in turn 1. Oh, it looks like he got punted. I didn't exactly see who it was. As Chris Johnson goes off into the turn 1 or turn 2 a dirt pile. That is unfortunate. Serge Hendricks and Martin Edmonds picking up 3rd and 4th place. But Chris Johnson right behind in 5th. Doesn't appear to be losing too much time as
This
they
looks
go
like
into
more a
negative
touring
2.
car track.
Kind of does. I mean, it is a little bit thinner. Suzuka is a pretty thin track to begin with, though, so that's not entirely surprising.
I tell you what, that Sean Kenny guy, that rough, is looking thick.
Dude, the roughs are freaking thick, my boy.
You see it from the front, you just see the wide hips.
Oh, yeah. 1 second here, real quick.
Maybe it's going good. Alright, here we see Martin Emmons putting the pressure on Scott. Serge Hendricks in front. What a cool name. Way around the 130R into the chicane, but it's not the chicane.
Alright, I'm back. So,
turn
yes.
1. No, that's not turn 2. It's turn 3.
Serge Hendricks is indeed a cool name. I suspect it's not his actual name, but you never know.
It better be. I'm gonna be very impressed if it is, and disappointed if it isn't.
I have no. Chris Johnson is doing very well in this start. He's losing a little bit of ground, being passed by Martin Edmonds and Serge
No, Martin
Hendricks.
Evans already passed him.
Well, that was in the when he went off the track, yeah. But
Oh yeah.
still, he's still struggling a little bit. You can see Chris Johnson is being hounded by Brody Steen in the white BMW. There's like 1,800 white BMWs. What the heck is up with it?
It's okay. They're all Persian.
Okay. Yes.
Nah,
So
I'm kidding.
where?
I heard that joke
So one thing
from a
I'm
Persian
curious is
guy.
where is Richard DeRoche 20th place? Ooh, that
Ugh.
first turn shenanigans did not go well for him. I wish you could see a replay of that because I'm kind of curious as to what was going on. But
I think that
I
they
would,
were three. They would think they were 3 wide going into 130R.
oh, I believe it. I would be surprised if they were any less than 3 wide.
I prefer it 4 wide, but that's just me.
Mm. Well, I mean,
There's
to get it
Tobin up in the 8th place.
4 wide, you only need to have 2 roughs. You know what I'm saying? Because they're thick.
We can only have 2 wide roughs because they're so thick in the rear end.
Yeah. Did we just make the same joke? Anyway.
I think so.
Bosch Schilstra and Glenn Cabas, both representing the yellow Corvettes. Right behind Frederico Vaz. Looks like we had a little error somewhere. Did Mike Magus fall to 17th? Yeah, 18th. As Andy D goes flying all over the leaderboards for some reason.
Oh, Johan, is that Spriggs? Spriggs?
John Spriggs, right?
John Spriggs. He's pulling a gap there on Sean Kenny.
Yeah, so immediately putting some time in between him. Also looks like Josiah Jerome and Ayrton Tobin are having a nice little spat as they enter Spoon Corner.
Oh.
Very
Oh.
close, very close. Keeping it off. Oh,
Oh.
Ayrton Tobin's getting very untidy out of the exit of Spoon. Almost saves that, or saves it out of the gravel. But
I'd pull a hard left.
that is pretty hard. Yeah, it's pretty hard work from Ayrton Tobin to hold off Josiah Jerome. It's not going to happen. We see in the background Bosch Schilstra passing Frederico Vaz around 130 yards. Frederico goes around the bumpers. Woo. Brody Steen hot on the
Chris
tail.
Johnson.
Yepity yep, sir. That's correct.
Looks like the BMW is the car to have here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so I believe, didn't we? I believe we put the cars on the spectrum. John Barker making a nice clean pass around the inside of Glenn Cabas. Oh no, there, Chris
Oh,
Johnson
Chris
off in the
Johnson.
background. You're right.
No, poor Chris.
I mean, it's only bound to happen, and Degner too was probably going to be a killer for that very
So he
front
doesn't
heavy.
do that in the 3 hours of Imola in December.
Wait, is there going to be an Imola race in this series?
Not in this race, but him, Paul, and I are teamed up for our ACC 3 hours of Imola.
Oh, more you know. Yeah, don't do that there.
And Chris has the opening stint, so.
Uh-oh.
I think it's on a Saturday, so I think he has it this race.
So I've always been kind of curious, how do the long endurance races work when you're like changing drivers and stuff? Or is there you're not changing drivers?
You change drivers.
So how does that work? I know in R Factor, Frederico Vaz making a look on the inside of Ayrton Tobin around 130R, not quite making it happen. But
Uh-oh,
yeah,
there's Sean Kenny pulling John Spriggs back into his grasp.
wait, did Spriggs? Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. But yeah, how does that work? Do you just like press a button? Because I know in R Factor and R Factor 2 you can do that, and of course Auto Elite does.
It's usually just pretty much the same as just doing like a regular pit stop in ACC. I don't know if you've done that yet.
No.
Well, you just have it selected before you go into the pits, like your pit stop for the next driver, and then you have to have the driver selected in the pit menu, and then you will drive into your pit stall and you'll stop, and then when the timer counts down, usually it's around 30 seconds, the other driver will take control.
That's kind of cool. So
You have to be
it's
like
basically like R
connected and
Factor.
driven,
Yeah.
and you have to join in like the way that you're. Before the race starts, you have to join like however driver swaps you're doing. So if your starting driver joins, then the next driver who will jump in the car will join. Then the last driver will join. It messes up the system if you don't.
Good to know. Well, that makes sense. Well, Mike
It
Magus.
sounds confusing, but
Yeah, it could be worse. I mean, the ACC pit system is sub-ideal to say the least, but you know, if you learn it well enough, it's easy to make work of.
And it's obviously, oh, is that
Oh,
Chris John? No, it's
Cadillac
not
backwards.
Chris.
No, no, that's not Chris Johnston. That is
Glenn Cabot? No.
no.
CGen?
Chris Janor, I think it is.
Janor?
Is it Chris? I forget his name. But Gnor
Can we
is
get a replay?
backwards. We cannot, sadly. This is a live stream. So,
Oh.
but
Boo. No soundboard?
no, I still haven't fixed it. It's not been my biggest priority, to be honest. You know, a lot of
Since
people,
it messes it up.
a lot of people threaten. Nah, a lot of people are threatening to unfriend me if I use the soundboard again. So
Oh, come
I
on.
know, I know. I gotta keep friends. It's the only thing keeping me sane.
I
But
thought that was me. Or your
you can,
alcohol.
yeah, you're a friend. You count.
The alcohol keeps you sane though, right?
No, no, it keeps me from ending it all bad. No, I'm just kidding. Josiah Jerome is what really does that as he fights off. Who was that? D? Yeah, that was Andy D.
NDD.
Andy D D D D D D. Martin Emmons going through
DDD.
Degner 2. 18,000 BMWs in the background, all the same color,
There is so many BMWs.
and they're all white except for John
They are
Barker's art
white.
car. Look, I've said it
BMW, have
before.
some
I said it
originality.
before. There's something to be said for white in the livery, and to his credit, I think the Fanatec livery of Martin Edmonds is probably one of the best well done. But I don't like it when they use white as a base for a livery. Like it just looks boring. But of course, that is
Yeah,
my
I see what you mean.
opinion.
They need some more color in it.
Looks like Ayrton Tobenfeld is
Contrast.
falling through the ranks. Boss
Oh, oh,
Schilstra
oh.
and Richard DeRoche and Sean Zulu and Mauricio Delgado, a bunch of people picking up top positions over here. Looks like he might have spun. As Brodestein follows Martin Edmonds into 130R.
Sean Kinney only 3/10 behind John Spriggs.
Martin Edmonds getting a pass
Oh, little
back.
tap.
A little bit of a tappity tap.
And a turn 3.
So I believe the Porsche is one of the slower cars in a straight line, if I remember correctly. But it does have great cornering. And if you can control it, it's got amazing amounts of on-command oversteer wherever you want it. So if Sean Kenny's clearly been able to harness that and make put it to use as Martin Edmonds
Oh,
outbreaks himself into the
Brodestein.
hairpin.
Oh, holds it on the outside. See if Brody can get a run into Spoon.
I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. Martin, you know, there is a silver lining to outbreaking yourself on a hairpin like that. You do get more of a run into the next few corners. Glenn Cavis following.
Jaden says, "Undeafened, we need to sing to you."
They really don't need to sing to us.
There they go. Brodestein still stuck behind Martin Evans. I'm
Actually,
not
no,
sure if he's stuck.
undeafened, so they can sing to you, and just the audience will have to imagine what that's like.
Indeed.
We'll just imagine that he's singing "Take on Me" by Aha.
Take on
On me,
me.
take on me, take Glenn out. He'll be past. Sing Richard DeRoche, who undertakes or overtakes Sean Zulu into turn 2. Very clean. That Ferrari, which is really not a Ferrari, the P45 is a beast in this track, it appears. Richard DeRoche was down in 20th, I believe, or at least 18th, has now made his way up to 15th over the course of just a couple of laps. Still not the fourth place or whatever he was when he started, but Chris Johnson on the tail of Wayne Hutchison. As they enter Spoon Corner, the Cadillac struggling to combat the understeer of the massive boat-like front end, but he's certainly going to get whatever debt that he has to pay back in that straight there. Glenn Caddis making a pass attempt on the inside of John Barker. It looks like Johnston got the move done on Wayne Hutchison, behind. Corvette is probably our second fastest car in a straight line here, second only to the Cadillac. So these would appear to struggle on this particular track, and the standings kind of reflect that a little bit. Richard DeRocha picks up another spot from Scott Nick, but has to give it back. Don't know what happened there. Could have been a glitch.
Alright, I'm back.
Hi, back.
Guess what they saying?
Was it Aha's take on me?
No,
No,
it's
no,
less.
it was through the fire and flames by Dragon Force.
No, it was less singing, more the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh yeah, they told me they're gonna do that. Okay, I forgot about that.
They asked me if we had anything like that. I was like, no, we're not fucking weird. I'm Canadian.
What tune did they use? Oh, Josiah Jerome putting a huge run on Andy D into turn 2. Anyway, so what tune did they use?
They just regular speaking voice.
Oh, they just pledged their allegiance to the flag in front of you.
Yeah.
Do
And I was like,
do you remember what
you
they
guys are
said?
freaking weird. I pledge allegiance to the flag. Something Republic it stands or whatever.
That's close enough, Matt. You've now
And
pledged
then
your
I'm like,
allegiance to America,
weird.
and now you have to become one of us.
Does that mean I lose my citizenship?
Yes.
I don't want to become American. I want my free health care.
Too late. Too late. You've been fooled, Matt. You poor fool.
Uh-oh, Serge Hendricks is on a roll here.
Looks like Sean Kenny might have made a mistake in the past couple of laps. He's fallen considerably from John Spriggs.
He did that for a few laps. Maybe his tires cooled down, so he fell back, and then just turned them on again, so then he caught up.
Well, of all the cars in this field, the rough RT12R, although look at that pace through 130R.
That's maybe downforce.
Yeah, well, and just like, oh, Serge Hendricks, spinning into turn 2. Very clean, though. Ends up keeping it
Looks
off.
like he locked up the rear end.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Josiah Jerome and
Oh,
ADD.
shit.
It's going to be close. Should. He's going to have some flat spotted tires, though. Andy D makes a move, and as they approach Degner 1, he doesn't get him done though, and that's gonna be hurtful.
Flat tires need love too.
Hey dude, there's nothing wrong with a flat ass, but flat tires not as good.
They need love too.
No, they don't. They need to be changed. Oh, as we see.
Oh, big damage.
Oh, that doesn't look great. Was that Hendricks?
Is that Ayrton Tobin?
That might have been Tobin. He's a lap down, yes. So something really bad must have happened to Ayrton Tobin.
Well, we knew he was down there, but maybe he just crashed also.
He must have had another crash. Yeah, that makes sense. I wonder what happened. So it's a shame we'll never know. Glenn Cabas making a move on John Barker yet again through Spoon Corner.
Have you tried Imola and ACC yet?
Imola and ACC? No, I haven't bought the DLC.
I was never a fan of Imola in regular, for the first AC, but it's kind of fun now.
Really? I like Imola as a track, but the way I figure it, I don't like the cars that are in that DLC, and even with the cars, the DLC is a bit overpriced in my opinion.
It's only like €8.
Yeah, for essentially a one track, that's expensive.
Well, you got track, you got 60 new liveries, you get...
I don't count liveries as content.
Well,
Like,
they gotta put their time, right? And they
yeah,
do like
they
a
do,
new
but
BOP, a new tire model.
that's like the easiest part. I can knock a livery, I can knock an amateur livery out in less than an hour.
Keyword amateur.
Yeah, but if in a professional should be able to do a good job in like 2 hours, right? I figure. Anyway, our opinions on the game are not necessarily reflected by the ESR as a group. Glenn Cabas still trying to fight for 9th place from John Barker. Although Chris Johnson is making moves in the background, looks like their fight is slowing them down quite a bit. Josiah Jerome and Andy D are fighting now against Serge Hendricks, who appears to have stabilized his position. Although with that, there's another car in the. Oh, that's Sean Kenny. Sean Kenny noses into the outside wall of turn 2 and is falling through the ranks. And we have a yellow BMW that appears to be. I'm not sure who that is. That might be Janor. No, it's not. Might be 23rd. I don't know who that is. So Josiah Jerome and Andrew D are now in very close contention. And Glenn Cabas is even closer to John Barker in front. Makes a pass around the outside of the hairpin. That's kind of an interesting choice. Maybe he'll be able to get the run out. That Corvette needs it. Definitely looks to get a little bit of an edge, but he'll have to make a move before
Yes.
Spoon in order to make that work. Not a not an easy pass to be sure, but it's possible. Also getting
Have you had a
confirmation though.
chance to look at the Fnatic deals for Black Friday? And deals is in quotation marks.
Oh, have those been released?
I don't know. I was looking. I thought about it like
Dude,
yesterday, and I was like, I
in
wonder if what their prices
I
are.
don't think so. They normally announce it like the day of, and the last few years they've been an absolute joke. Uh,
Yeah, they probably jacked up the prices like a week ago, and then knocked them down regular prices
yeah,
like deals.
yeah, they've done, dude. They like if I haven't seen that like firsthand, I wouldn't believe it. But yeah, they do. They literally do that. The
Must
like
be German.
yeah, I got my
They are
wheel. I
German.
got my wheel in 2018, and I think that was like the last time they ever did a good Black Friday deal. Cause like, dude, I remember they released like a new Club Sport V2.5 shifter or whatever,
Yeah,
and
the
it was
V 1.5, whatever.
yeah, it was like this. It was literally the same price. The only difference is that it was red, and they're like, oh yeah, it's a Black Friday deal because it's red. And it's like, what?
Bro, no.
Do you guys know how this works?
You spent like €5 on paint.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, Fernando
Anyway,
Vaz up in the 7th place.
yeah, Desire Jerome fighting ADD, but Federico Vaz is behind him. It's gonna cause
Yeah,
some
shut up.
problems.
You know it.
I'm
Uh-oh.
kind of
Martin
surprised.
M. What happened to Sean Kenny? What happened to him?
Oh, you didn't see that? Oh, well,
No, I missed it.
you must not heard. He nosed into the outside wall of turn 2 right there. So right when that Josiah Jerome just went through,
Oh
he
no.
locked him up and kept it off the wall, but he nosed out and had to get a really awkward turnaround going. So yeah, he's way back in 20th now.
F in chat for Sean Kenny.
F.
F.
Richard DeRoche watch up to 12th place as Brody Steen gets pummeled by Martin Edmonds, but looks like he's not going to go down without a fight. Actually, I thought Brody was behind him anyway, so maybe
He
Brody
was, I think he
pummeled him.
passed him.
Yeah. Oh, Chris Johnston hard on the brakes, fighting Glenn Cabas, who is also fighting John Parker.
Is there a more Australian name than Brody?
No. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
poor
Martin
Martin.
Edmonds way on the outside of Spoon. Brody Steen's going to just pick that up. Slam bam, thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
very much.
As the checker flag flies. And we get our running order. Josiah Jerome going on the outside of Andy D. It doesn't connect, though.
Andy D passes him at the line.
Oh, what is that? That's Glenn Cabas trying to go around the outside of John Barker before the finish line. That is not going to connect either. Chris Johnston is also not able to make any progress. They are going to stay where they
Well,
are, ladies
at
and
least Chris
gents.
Johnson is going to be on pole for next. Oh no, he's not. It's top
Nope.
15.
Yeah, stop 15. So Mauricio Delgado is going to be on the pole. That's this man right here in the red and white, shaking that ass. BMW,
Shake, 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 Sonora.
back that ass up. Sean Zulu in 16, just cruising around here. Not sure if he's finished yet. I assume he has. He looks like he's going pretty slow. So that's our finishing order for race 1 of 2 in round 2. Richard Roche making his way up to 12th on a recovery drive, so he's going to start 4th in
Getting
the
some special sauce.
got that special sauce. The sauce is labeled Glickenhaus,
Oh, I like that.
but a pretty
Is
good
Sean
showing.
Zildo out of fuel?
He might be actually. You know what? I was thinking that maybe he had he had I was thinking maybe he had he was finished and the AI was driving, but yeah, Sean Zulu might be out of fuel.
I think he's not gonna make it. It's uphill.
Oh no. That is tragic. Oh no. Oh, that's it. No, I think he made it because he's listed as not DNFing. So anyway, there are your results. John Spriggs, race winner. Brody Steen, fastest lap, 1:14.049. Pretty good times there. I was into race 2. This is our long race, 40 minutes. Reverse top 15 grid. That P45 looks gorgeous. Of course, I'm biased because
On
I drive
pole.
one of those. But I mean, it is pretty. I always like to just look at one of those in front of the gigantic behemoth Cadillac behind
Cadillac.
it. Yeah, it's like 7 feet taller. Although I guess every car is taller than that thing.
Pretty much. Yeah, great. Good morning for me and my Christmas presents. Oh, Christmas presents. What the hell?
And that is our new segment, non sequiturs with Matt Higgs, talking about some Christmas presents.
Do you get Christmas presents?
Yes, I get Christmas presents. Okay, fine. No, I don't. Nobody likes me. I gotta drown my sorrow in more orange juice and alcohol.
Imagine saying 25%
Oh,
is a good
green flag.
deal. Oh,
What?
green flag. Scott Nick on pole. Oh, somebody still got it. Scott Nick's
Rooster
right
got on
alongside.
pole. Scott Nick on outside.
Bad start for Scott. Slots into second place.
Magus up into fourth. Looks like Richard DeRoche started fourth, is losing spots. Perhaps being a little extra cautious on that turn one. Oh no! That's
Oh, big
that might be
boom, big boom.
Delgado. Everything's fluctuating so much I can't tell. Richard Rush actually made out good with that. Chris Johnston entering Degner now. Also ended up pretty good in spite of having to go around the outside. Gets a little punt
Oh,
from Richard DeRoche as Scott Nick goes on the off the track a little bit.
little block from Scott Nick.
Federico Voss also making some interesting evasive maneuvers in the background. Looks like you see a move from Richard DeRoche trying to pick up the spot from Scott Nick, and it connects into fourth place. Michael Magus in the top running Corvette currently, battling it out with Wayne Hutchison as they enter the corner before Spoon, which I don't know the name of. Does it even have a name? Probably not.
Corner force on Spoon. The right-hander
The left-hander.
at the Spoon. Left-hander, the hairpin.
No, is the whole thing? Is that a whole thing? Oh no, Chris
Oh,
Johnson! A
Chris,
too
big
early
oof.
application of throttle goes spinning, causing him. Oh, invasive action!
Oh,
Looks like
big
Josiah
wreck.
Jerome hit him. Oh no, that is not good at all.
That's
No, it
two
is
big
Mauricio
wrecks.
Delgado,
That's not
and
good.
looks like Mauricio Delgado got caught up in that as well. Sean Kenny makes the pass. That was not a good scenario to find yourself in. If this was a real race, we'd
Yes.
probably be red flagged. But it's okay.
Tell me how I suck again. My memory is hazy.
You suck like a vacuum cleaner.
Would that be a good thing?
Depending on how hard you like it. Anyway,
Uh-oh,
Mike Magus
Michael
going
Magus
for
going for
a
the
move
overtake.
on Wayne Hutchison
Oh,
around the
there's Richard
hairpin.
DeRushi.
And here is where you can kind of see that P45 come into its own. He's
Fun
quite a
fact,
substantial what?
P45 has a license plate in the back.
It
Because
does.
it's street legal.
I do. Is it?
It is street legal. It has a New York plate.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, I mean, just because it has plates doesn't mean it's street legal. It could just be like a fun, like, homage, right?
Oh, but it actually is.
I knew they made a street legal version. I didn't know that P45C, which is that one, was street legal. But could be. The more you know.
So you could drive to the 24-hour race, do it, and then drive home.
And you'll have no cartilage left in your back after that.
No, you don't need cartilage in your back.
Heck
Oh,
yeah.
is
Scott
that
Nick and
Federico
Federico
Vaz
Vaz.
going airborne? Oh, little
Ooh, wow.
teammate contact.
I think that might just be some internet issues on board with Richard DeRoche. You can tell just by the sound of the engine that maybe you can hear that he's not exactly full throttle through those corners. Looks like he's being held up by Wayne Hutchison a slight bit. Makes a pass
There he
around the
goes.
inside of the hairpin.
Yes, sir. It makes it stick. Good job.
Yep,
All
and it
overtake.
sticks. Those dual Falcon roughs look pretty good next to each other. Gotta say, although I'm a bit of a fanboy for the Falcon liveries.
I would be too. They're classic.
They're pretty classic.
I was disappointed when they pulled it at IMSA at the end of 2014.
Oh, well, because they only ran, they don't run M8s, they only run M6s, right?
No, they ran the Porsche IMSA.
Oh. Oh, yeah, well, they just pulled the Porsche this year, didn't they?
Not with Falcon. They ran the GTE or the GTLM Porsche in
Ooh,
2014, and then
Scott
they
Nick
left.
going way wide around 130R. Wonder what happened there. Oh, I didn't know they pulled it early. I keep seeing, I mean, spoiler alert, I follow the Team Falcon Racing Facebook page, and they're always posting pictures of stuff that they're doing, so, but maybe that's not IMSA.
That was Nürburgring NLS series, I think,
Oh.
or they were before it ended. I can't get over how much the rear wheel arches stick out from the roof.
Dude, I love it. The
That
one thing
bad
I don't
X-ray.
like about the Porsche, at least in this game, is that, I mean, again in real life, but it's like it's too like flat. It looks just like a box, which is weird because Porsches are super round. I love the super exaggerated wheel arches of the freaking roof. Glenn Cabas on hard tires, and so is Wayne Hutchison, I just noticed, which
Oh,
is
it's a
very interesting considering this is not a super high tire wear track, especially not comparison to Bathurst that they ran at the week before.
Bathurst.
Bathurst?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Wait, no, it's this is Wayne Hutchison's on softs now? What?
No, it's John Spriggs.
No, I'm so confused. Whatever. I just don't think about it too much. I'm pretty good at not thinking after all.
Oh yes. John Spriggs putting the pressure on Glenn Cabas.
Looks like Martin Edmonds is making a little bit of progress on Richard DeRoche. Although maybe it was
Michael
an illusion.
Magas actually leading a race.
Yeah, Mike Magas leading the race. That's not something I ever thought I would say ever in my entire life.
Yeah, it's always the first thing for everything.
It's not gonna last though.
No, he's got Martin hunting him down, Richard.
Richard.
Richard Deruchy.
Richard DeRoche. Matt, you should be racing in this series. It's so much fun.
Is it a hate race room?
Why do you hate race room? What do you have against fun?
I don't have anything against fun. I play ACC.
Yeah, so you clearly like boring. Got it.
Hey!
Hey!
If I was behind you, I'd punt you. See, license
it.
plate says P45C.
Yeah, I know it has the license plate on it. I just didn't know that. I thought that was just like a little like haha
Vanity?
like joke thingy, right? Race car drivers and engineers are big jokesters.
Are they? Yeah, yeah, they are. I know some are.
100%. Uh, anywho,
I'm like
someone
95%
is
sure that's illegal.
what?
95% sure it's illegal.
Well,
Martin Edmonds also on
I know they
softs.
made a street legal one. I just don't know if the P45C, which is this one, is
The
street legal.
P45 is not related to the P45C except in body shape.
Yeah, but that's the most important part.
Because the P45C was from a 430 Scuderia chassis and has the 430 Scuderia
The
engine,
regular one was the Enzo.
whereas, yeah, it was based on the Enzo.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The GT3 was literally not even based off a 430 like GT3 car. It's based off a 430 street car,
Yeah,
and as such is one of the coolest projects ever to exist.
the roof kind of looks funny on it, doesn't it?
It is super funny. Well, I mean, it's like not flat at all. Like you look at the BMW or the Corvette even, and it's it's got a flat spot because you're supposed to be able to sit two people side by side. But the people I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling that. And they just made it
Yeah,
straight. They made it
no.
straight round. Oh wow, Richard Roche making an attempt on Mike Magus's life through the silhouette.
I'd feel sorry if I was
Not
him.
silhouette. What the heck am I saying? The hairpin.
The silhouette.
I don't know.
Is now the silhouette.
Le Silhouette.
Le silhouette. Martin Edmonds in the where the soft tires.
I will punch you in the silhouette. John Barker also on hards. Looks like Scott Nick is falling through the ranks again. I wonder what is happening. I think isn't he driving the gray Porsche?
No, he's driving a Falcon Porsche as well as
Oh no, that's Sean Kenny's
Frederico
driving the.
Vaz.
Yeah, you're right. So, oof, that's not good. Sean
No, I think
Kenny's
he must
driving
have
the gray.
crashed.
I think so.
There he goes, hunting him down like a shark.
So we have 4 different cars in each of the top 4 positions. That's kind of fun.
That's rare.
Oh wow, Mike Magnus go
Oh,
really wide on the
really
hairpin.
deep.
Delrishi.
I wonder if the BMW, or not the BMW, the Corvette has good punch out of the corners.
I think so. I don't think it's as good as the rough, but it's probably the second best. I mean,
I was
you
dragged
can see the
into
front pulls away
a
a little
racer
bit. Is that?
race. I was dragged into a racer race with Chris Johnston and somebody else on December 19th with like a bunch of leagues.
Okay.
Martin hopped into when Chris and I are doing some laps for practice for our race. Martin hopped in and was like, "Hey, you guys interested?" I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Oh wow,
Oh, little
Mike
puck.
Magnus really early on the brakes. Richard DeRouche gives him
Catching
a
him
little
by
bit of
surprise
a
a little bit.
slap on the ass, like, hey, why don't you get going, big boy? And he does. John Spriggs makes a move on Wayne Hutchison, who appears to have outbroken himself for turn 3.
John Spriggs up in the 5th place. Now he sets off after Federico Vaz, who is catching up to the front trio.
Well, Voss is quite some distance away from Spriggs, so, but you can see that, yeah, Voss is indeed catching up with the top 3. I mean, that's kind of the way
Has
that these battles
Serge
work.
Hendricks retired?
Yes. He's 2 laps down, so that either means retired or very firmly in last place.
I guess we'll never know unless we see the pits.
One thing you can kind of hear is that while the Corvette does get a better like launch than a lot of the other cars, the Ferrari you can, or well, I guess technically it's not a Ferrari, but I still call it that. Is that you can Richard is applying the throttle a lot earlier, so it doesn't get quite the launch. He's able to hold it for a little longer, and you can see, oh, under braking, it's absolutely devastating. Again, gives Mike Magnus a punt as they enter turn
Mike could
2.
not be happy there.
I mean, he doesn't need to be happy, I suppose. Nothing's really happened yet.
Probably slightly annoyed.
Ayrton Tobin losing a position to John Barker. Oh, just kidding. Oh,
Delgado.
what is going on right now?
Delgado must have crashed. He's down in the 17th.
Makes sense.
Richard Drushi with Agfa.
Microphone. Wonder what that means.
Nope, nothing.
Nope, nothing.
I could. I was trying to think of something that an acronym for what it stood for, but I couldn't think of anything.
So you said nothing.
Yep. Looks like going through 130R, the Corvette has to get on the brakes, whereas Richard Drushi looks like he just coasts through it.
I'm kind of surprised that Mike Magus looks to be decelerating quite a bit into 130R. I mean, even on these kind of speeds, normally they don't have to brake or anything. Oh my God, that turn 2. Oh wow,
Whoa, Richard!
Richard DeRushi, another contact into turn 2 this time. Gets really unstable on into the dirt. Has to concede a position to Martin Edmonds. Although Martin Edmonds was also a little bit unstable, so he might have overheated his tires slightly. Looks like
Don't know.
Federico Voss is making a move on Richard DeRoche as well. Ew,
Oh,
maybe a little bit of
that's a
spooky going on.
sketchy one there.
Yeah, pretty sketchy. Loses a
Are
ton
you
of time in
deafened
the
in
hairpin.
Discord?
I signed out of Discord.
Oh, that's weird. I guess when you deafen, you still hear people join and leave.
Yeah, you do.
Brody Steen looks like he must have fallen because he was up in the. Oh no, I was thinking of John Spriggs.
I thought Brody Steen passed Wayne Hutchison at some point. Oh, well,
There's
that
too many
is,
goddamn white BMWs. Ah!
ooh, wow. That might be Wall. Z Wall? I don't know. I'm not sure who the yellow BMW is.
That must have been quite a shock to Federico Vaz.
He can't have been super happy about it, but I guess what do you do?
Yeah, it's kind of inevitable. You can't really do much about it. There's too many white goddamn BMWs.
It's so true. I mean,
There's
like,
something sus about the behavior of the cars over the curves.
I was just noticing that, like, they kind of get a little weird sideways
It kind of
looking
looks like
around the
they kind
curve.
of float.
Yeah, I wonder if it's something to do with just the way the server treats, like, bouncing up and down that fast. It's like it just averages out to be kind of just up.
It's not the only thing that bounces up and down fast.
Yeah, boy! High five.
Yeah, boy.
Nice.
High five.
I already did it.
Here we go. Nailed it.
Nailed it. Timing is
Anyway,
perfect.
Martin Evans, I predict he's gonna put him in the wall.
Do it. The
Looks
two
like he's much
ESR,
faster.
two of the ESR big lads. Looks like Mike
Uh-oh,
Magus
looks
is
like he has a
struggling.
run.
Martin Emmons gets a huge run on Mike Magus. It's not going to be enough, maybe? I might be eating my words, Matt Higgs.
Corvette is quick in a straight line, right?
It is. It's
Yeah,
very
looks like he
quick.
has to hop back in.
Second fastest. Oh, wow. Yep, we're getting more of that floaty action
Whoa!
going on.
More floaty.
Whee! Martin Emmons, huge dive. Whoa, voice crack. Huge dive into turn two. Oh, Mike
Oh!
Magus returns the
Mike
favor
Magus.
with a side swipe to Martin Emmons. Richard DeRoche is able to get by as a result. Might actually make some progress on Mike Magus as well. And Federico Vaz is sitting back there licking his lips. Like, yes, make another mistake, Martin. Do it.
Yes, hold each other up, take each other out. I bet he's saying that.
Do it, do it. Oh, wow, a big mess into the silhouette. Or the silhouette. Why do I keep saying that? The chicane. The hairpin. God damn.
This is a good battle here.
Fantastic battle. First through fourth place, all different cars, all different walks. Oh wow, Federico Vaz hits Martin Emmons under braking for Spoon.
I guess
We're gonna have,
Suzuka is famously hard to pass on, but in this short circuit, it's probably harder to pass on.
yeah. I mean, at least in the big one, you have like Dunlop and the frickin' the front straight.
Yeah,
This you don't even
and
really
nothing.
have the full experience of the back straight because you don't have the full. Well, actually, you do. Never mind. I forgot.
You have everything except the chicane coming up that you're going up to there. Oh, big dive from Richard.
Big dive from Richard, and he makes it happen. Mike Magus, Ellen, Martin Emmons tries to squeak by as well, seeing Mike's compromised position, but isn't able to make the most of it.
Looks like Mike's new pedals are working well for him.
Yeah. Yeah, not well enough. Although the Corvette famously does struggle under braking. Or not famously, but it, by my observation, definitely struggles under braking.
Did you test the cars before you choose one?
Not before, but I've driven all of them. I knew which one I was gonna be in, like the second the series was announced, but
Now that Richard has gotten past Mike, let's see what he can do, pulling a gap.
well, he's already over half a second, but that could just be a fluke.
We'll see when he gets around. We'll start at the at the start of this lap and see how far he gets.
So this is right here, roughly where the lap starts.
Right there.
6:12, so we'll say 6/10, roughly.
Was Richard slow into 130R? Looks like Mike gained a little bit.
It looks like he was very composed, but immediately that initial braking difference is pretty severe. Federico Vaz is having a look at Martin Edmonds.
Rico Vaz, maybe he's getting impatient. What do you think?
He looks like he's not any too. Whoa, that is not as close as I thought it was, but it looks pretty close.
Closer than I bet he'd like him to have been.
Yeah, if I was him, I'd probably be getting a little impatient as well. He's been waiting for most of the race to make this move, but at the same time, you know, it pays dividends to be even more patient, especially in racing. What are you listening to, Matt?
I'm not entirely sure. That is exactly what it is. Got
Okay.
it. Got Chief.
Oh, it's like Mike Magus is catching Richard DeRoche. Down 3/10 of
He
a second on that
was.
last lap. Ooh, and he goes
Oh, Richard
wide
goes
over
wide.
130R. So
Is Mike gonna take him out? No. Good
not a
braking.
great lap for Richard. They remain just glued to each other. This top four looks like maybe John Spriggs is
Catching a little
catching
bit.
up a little bit. Not much, but he was down to 5 seconds at one point. He's now down to 4 roughly. Of course, that was a while ago, but still, progress is progress.
It's pretty good.
Shout out to oh wow, Richard DeRoche goes way wider on the hairpin. I mean, it's not going to be enough, but maybe he's feeling a little bit of pressure from the threesome behind him, wanting him to join in on the orgy pile.
I would. I'd want these guys to take themselves out. Well,
Shout
that's
out
just
to
because I'm a racing narcissist.
it's true. Shout out to the Corvette and the side pipes. Why doesn't every car have side pipes? I don't know. They should. Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
know.
want to be piped in the side.
Yeah, you do. Shut up.
No.
Yes.
Looks like Mike is actually holding on pretty well to Richard.
Yeah, I wonder if the. I was just thinking about that. Maybe that's partly because of the. I mean, the Ferrari is never the fastest car in in the evenest of conditions, and when there's a Corvette behind it and it's giving the Corvette the draft, that could be a pretty huge straight line advantage. Or maybe Richard's just maybe he's used up his tires a little too much even.
Maybe. I guess we can't really can't really find out, can we?
Yeah, the Ferrari relies pretty heavily on mechanical grip. It's got good aero. I'd say probably about average.
When I
Gotta love this
come
field though. There
tomorrow.
you have your gambit of two real high revving flat pan crank V8s, one high revving
Low V8.
one high revving V flat what's it,
Flat
F6
six.
flat six, and then two giant burbly rumbling V8s. It's a pretty appealing spread as far as engine sounds go. I highly approve. Looks like Martin Emmons made a poor run around 130R. Frederico Voss isn't going to have a run, but it's maybe going to give him a setup for the next corner? He's not going to get through it before Degner. Although we can see Mike Magus is falling behind just a little bit. Not much, but... Oh no, as I say
Oh,
that,
into the
off into
wall.
the dirt. Martin Emmons passed immediately.
Now he's
Frederico
gonna
Voss
chase
might
after
also
Richard.
get a move, and he makes it. Sorry, what was that?
Oh,
Where was that, Matt?
he sets off after Richard. Can he get past him?
I don't know. Magus will be struggling. Looks like he's getting caught up on by John Spriggs as well.
Just a little, maybe. He's only 1.8 seconds behind.
That's true. Chris Johnson making his way up to 15th, taking a spot from Sean Zulu. Actually, looks like Zulu is spun.
Because he also just got passed by somebody
Delgado.
over there. Yeah, Delgado.
Hmm. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like behind the top four, there's really much going on at all. I
The
see
director seems to love this fight.
Ayrton Tobin's falling from 11th down to 12th down to 13th. But
Maybe he just went wide.
looks to be holding on to Scott Nick. As Glenn Cabas, our only viewed hard compound runner, is catching Wayne Hutchison. Federico Voss cutting the hairpin a slight bit, trying to get every last bit of cornering launch. on Martin Emmons, and it seems to be working a little bit. He's now 0.420 away. Nice. Oh, looks like Andy D has been beset upon by Bosch.
For is that
Uh, I forget his last name
Schnell?
already. I forget it. Schilstra.
Sorry, we don't remember.
Schilstra.
Silstra.
I remember. Wonder what happened there. It looked like Boss had a bad rejoin, but it could have been that Andrew D had just a weird line. Looks like Martin Emmons is getting under attack by Federico Voss. A little bit interesting, trying to go on the outside into turn 1 or 2 and 3. I couldn't foresee that ever working in a million years, but you never know. I was just gonna note Glenn Cabas is on the hunt, making a pass on Wayne Hutchison into turn 2, very clean.
I think he might have conceded that position there.
It looked like it. He just kind of let him by, which is maybe smart.
Or he just didn't fight it, I guess. Yeah, he's faster.
Definitely.
A short lap, only 1 minute 14 seconds ish. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, John Spriggs is on the tail of Mike Magus.
Looks like Mike Magus has had a not great day after that off after Degner. I wonder if he might have suffered some suspension damage. John Spriggs is eating him up.
He does have the draft. I don't know how. Actually, that BMW is quite a bit bigger.
Those cars should be maybe a little bit even. They should be even. Maybe the car with the draft or the BMW should be a little faster under draft. So I'm thinking that maybe he's got some aero damage as well. Mike Magus does. Ayrton Tobin losing a spot to Andy D. Now in 13th.
Anyway.
As Richard DeRoche pulls ever so slightly for the lead, now up to 1.3, now down to 1.2. Never mind, he's losing time. As I say that, now
I
down
think
to
that's
1.
the magic of active.
Magic of active. Commentator's curse?
I think so.
Basically.
I'm gonna go let my cat upstairs. I'll be right back.
Okay. Jones Briggs under. Oh, whoa, Richard DeRoche now is what? That was weird. It showed Martin Emmons that had passed Richard DeRoche, but it said that Richard DeRoche had a negative 0.2 second gap. But it's clear that something went wrong in 130R of the last turn. So Richard DeRoche is under attack from Martin Emmons and Federico Vaz. Terrible last lap. It's a shame we didn't get to see what happened. He's able to put some time between them as Federico makes a look on the inside of Edmonds. It's not going to quite make it work though. Oh, John Spriggs gives Mike Magus a touch in the hairpin. Stops, allows him to regain his composure, but that cannot be one happy Magus who's gotten the short end of the straw in a lot of these deals. But it gives Brody Steen the chance to have a look as well. Oh, John Briggs on the inside of
bro,
Spoon.
John Spriggs.
That Briggs. I said Briggs. I meant
Briggs.
You're going to the Brig, matey. Yar.
It's better than the gulag.
Nah, in the gulag, you get to throw rocks.
Ah, I can throw rocks anytime I want.
Out on a boat, you can't. When I be throwing you the brig, there be no rocks to be found.
Arr.
Yar. You know what, Mr. Higgs?
Arr, matey.
Yar, I think that we should be doing. Oh no, Richard DeRoche makes a terrible move on the outside of Degner too.
That's unfortunate.
I think we should. Oh wow, Voss outbreaks Edmonds a little bit.
F and chat for Richard DeRushi.
Another F in chat for Richard DeRoche.
Another? What was the first one?
Well, the first race where he
Ah, yes, he also got
got
F there.
demolished in turn one.
And it
He's
was
still
all
got
uphill
time,
from there.
over 11 minutes, but he will have to knuckle down and just get to it. Luckily, it doesn't seem he's doing too much damage or anything.
If this was, if Stopping was here, he would be way in front.
Well, obviously, like, of course.
Alright, that's a Stopping effect though, right?
That's just like a natural law of the universe. Brody's seen hot on the tail Mike Magus. Looks like Magus is really struggling with turn two. I wonder if he might have had some brake damage. I don't think Racestream has brake damage modeling, but maybe that suspension thing is just really hurting him under front weight transfer. Brody's seen bouncing off the rev limiter a little bit. Oh, Mike Magus, yeah, something must be wrong with the suspension that's affecting his brakes. That was a terrible braking zone into the hairpin. Don't know why Brody Steen was so cautious. John Spriggs gets the advantage as they approach Spoon.
Ooh, nice. Oh no.
Wayne Hudson is maybe making a move on Glenn Cabas, who passed him a couple laps ago. Ayrton Tobin falls again from 12th down to 14th.
Oh, that's freaky.
What?
Oh, the little floating thing they do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Voss made a pass attempt a little bit around Martin Edmonds and botched it horribly, causing him to slow. Richard DeRoche is now catching back up at a staggering pace. Well, not staggering anymore. It used to be. He's down a half second, but now he's kind of losing a little
Looks
bit.
like after Mike got past there, he's just been going backwards.
Martin?
No, not Brody, Michael. Yeah, Michael.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean,
Little
yeah,
tab
for
there.
the lead, you mean? Yeah, yeah, I get it.
He
Yeah,
held
he's
it
been.
pretty well there for a while.
I think it was really just that one off he had at Degner 2 that I think he got damage from.
Other than that, he's been pretty solid.
It's a shame. I mean, he's holding on. He's still in 4th place, so that's a very respectable run still. But he's being hounded by Brody Steen and John Spriggs, who, for whatever reason, are clearly faster.
Indeed, sir. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, you can see Mike Magus clearly on the brakes for 130R.
Must be sketchy doing that. Big
Wow,
dive.
a weird dive from Brody Steen, just cutting hard on the inside when he died. That was a little
Must be getting
sketchy.
impatient.
He's definitely getting impatient. That was a very sketchy maneuver. I mean, it could have worked, definitely, but you're not. I wouldn't count on that kind of
Oh,
thing
Federico
happening.
Vaz down at. Oh, no. He's
Nope,
back.
2nd place.
He went from second to eighth to second.
We're just kind of seeing Federico get a little
Oh,
bit impatient. I mean,
here comes Richard DeRushi.
he's been stuck, yeah, and Richard Rouge is making the most of it. Federico Voss has gotten stuck behind several fast but not particularly fast drivers. I mean, well, Martin Emmons is fast, but clearly that Federico has a little bit of pace advantage, just not enough. And you can see the frustration coming out in the way that he drives, and the increasingly boldness of his attempts. John Spriggs trying to cut back on both Brody Steen and Mike Magus around Spoon. It's getting close. I don't think it's going to happen though. There's just not enough room.
No. Oh,
And
here
that's
goes the
Josiah
car out of the
Jerome.
pits.
Looks
Oh,
like
big front end damage there. He's lost the bumper.
I think that might have been repaired, but the game engine just didn't notice it because he came out of the
Oh,
pits, right?
sideswipe. Brody Steen sideswipe Mike Magus into
Ugh.
turn two.
So Federico Voss still battling Martin Emmons as they go on the hairpin. Federico tries to go on the outside. That's a really bold choice. as Mike Magus gets passed by Brody Steen. Oh no, and look, did he get tapped? John
I think
Spriggs also through.
they got into him. I wonder if we can get some word from Mike Magus on that.
From my you know, from my perspective, it looked like he just outbroke himself and had a little bit of snap oversteer and tried to catch it, but it could have been very easily that he was tapped by John Spriggs. Freddie Kavas getting a huge run on Martin Emmons after Spoon. What happened to Martin? It didn't look like he was doing that badly, but even Richard DeRoche is getting time on him, down to 8/10. Although to Martin's credit, he's not giving up easy. Frederico's going there on the inside of turn 2. Richard DeRoche with all the spiders is getting huge room, up to 4/10 behind, and now down to 2/10. So they're back within striking distance of each other. As Andrew Degners.
Andrew Degners?
Yeah. Got a
These
problem.
guys have been together all race.
Right, with the exception of Mike Magnus, who has fallen down to 6th. That 4 has been right next to each other. Richard Roche getting a massive braking advantage. That P45 just has, better brakes.
Is it gun brakes?
Yes. It's the PR5 is very strong with brakes.
How do you make a screwdriver cool?
How to make it cool?
How do you make a screwdriver?
Oh, I think it said how to make your screwdriver cool. I was like, I don't know. I guess you could put boobs on it.
Boobs.
And boobs. A screwdriver is just a shot of vodka of your choice and orange juice. I think the official is 1:6 ratio. I don't know though. I normally just put in a shot and then fill a highball the rest of the way up.
Nice. There goes Richard.
Richard, oh, a little bit of smash by Martin Edmonds. Ooh, that was kind of
Ooh,
unclean.
that's naughty.
Ooh,
Naughty.
oh my.
Oh my.
A little bit of George Takei. Oh, Martin Edmonds gets really sketchy. Touches the outside gravel and then the inside. Looks like Frederico Voss is making tracks. That's terrible news for Richard, but great obviously for Federico.
I don't think the hard tires are working for Wayne.
Well, to his credit, he's keeping up enough with Cabas in front of him. Not doing great, but he's not really losing that much time either. What's up?
Richard Derucci has fallen back from. Oh no, he's back with them.
It looks like Martin had a terrible entrance into Spoon. I think the round pressure might be getting to him. I think this is about a minute and change a lap.
Minute 15-ish.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right there. You see minute 14.6. And they're coming up on lap traffic. So
is that Ayrton Tobin?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yep.
That was not Ayrton Tobin. Ayrton Tobin's not in a.
What?
There you go. Ayrton Tobin's in front there.
Yeah, Ayrton Tobin looks like he's holding up. Is that Kenny or Voss?
Voss.
It's Voss. Oh, you're right. He's the one in the lead, obviously.
A cat would know that.
So this is getting really interesting. In the last couple of laps, Ayrton Tobin as a back marker is not giving Federico Vaz any extra room. That is letting Martin Edmonds.
Do you think he's holding him up?
I wouldn't put it past him.
No,
you
would never do
can
that.
see the time differences going down. In the last lap, they were a full second behind Martin was. And now they're down to 8/10, and they were down to 6/10 at one point.
2 more laps to go.
Yeah, it seems so.
Oh, Ayrton Tobin blocking in the middle of the road. Naughty boy.
Interesting. Very naughty. Federico Vaz makes a pass attempt under turn 3. Doesn't appear to be too much of an issue. And Ayrton Tobin pulls off to let the other two by. So yeah, maybe he was trying to block. Half a second down. Martin Edmonds now. Richard Rossi now down to 3/10. So this is our second to last lap, and it is gonna come down to the wire. There's still quite a bit of room now. It looks like Richard Roshi kind of bottled that hairpin a little bit. But as we were saying earlier, um, the tires don't seem to be working out super well for Wade Hutchison. But then again, he has been behind Glenn Cabot this entire time, and maybe Glenn isn't as fast a driver as Wayne is, and that's why the tire difference is not really making a huge difference. But it seems to be working well enough for him.
Uh-oh. Can Martin do a dive? Oh, Martin,
Oh wow,
no.
really sketchy dive. Causes Richard to take evasive action as we start our last lap.
Think Martin could pull off a pass in turn one? Or not turn one. On the last lap?
That's gonna have to be one hell of a dive.
Arr,
That's gonna have,
indeed.
yeah. That's gonna have to be a World War II era kamikaze dive, I think.
Well, they are in Japan, so it would seem appropriate.
Oh God, I didn't even realize that. Ugh, what happened to Martin Edmonds falling down to over a second in just the last lap. 1.5 seconds now. I believe that's Josiah Jerome off in the sand in Degner 2.
No, I don't think it's Josiah. Josiah is missing a bumper, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, and Ayrton Tobin should be a lap down here.
Hmm. We have checkered flag. Has Voss crossed the finish line? I assume so.
Yes, I think so in the background there.
So with that then, our official results. Wayne Hutchison maybe trying to make a move. It's not going to happen on that Corvette though.
Ooh, bad. That's not Wayne Hutchinson.
That is Chris
It's
Johnston.
Chris Johnston? Yeah.
That
Oh,
wing is
well.
not straight.
No, it's not
Is that a
straight at
sprint? Is
all.
that a sprint car?
Is that Skutnik? Yeah. Almost caught up to him.
So that's Sean Zulu in the 23 Advan car. Also on hards. So we have at least Wayne Hutchison, Sean Zulu on hards.
They must have taken a gamble.
I mean, so the way these earlier GT cars go, like GT1, GT2, actually, before we discuss that, let's take a look at the final standings. Federico Voss, first place. Josiah Jerome, fastest lap, 1:14.519. So quite a bit slower than last race. Martin Edmonds, second place. Richard Rossi, third. Brody Steen, fourth. John Spriggs, five. Mike Magus, sixth. Glenn Cabot, seventh. Wayne Hutchison, eighth. John Barker, ninth. Boss Shilstra, 10. Scott Nick 11th, Chris Johnston, Mauricio Delgado, Andy D, Sean Zulu, Ayrton Tobin, Josiah Jerome, Z Wolf, Sean Kenny, Serge Hendricks, and that is it for our top 20 of
Josiah
the
Jerome
race.
had the fastest lap.
He did 1:14.5. Note in the last race it was a 1:14.09, I believe that was our fastest lap. So quite a gap, especially considering there are
Forza.
less cars. Anyway, with that race, we that is our second race of the GT2 ACC or not ACC. I'm used to saying that the R3E series. I'm just pulling up the standings as we speak.
Our third cohort, our co-host, is suffering from the illness of Hoser.
The Hoser illness. I
Yeah,
love
it
it.
happens every once in a while.
So our current
It's
standings.
that time of year.
Yeah. So our current standings as of this race are Brody Steen first place with 256 points, Martin Edmonds second, 210, John Spriggs third, 178, Chris Johnson and Richard DeRoche tied for fourth with 174. Josiah
Question: Are I have a question?
Mhm.
Are the points only added for the second race, or for race one as well?
Race one as well. It's not just race two that are counted.
Oh, cool. Anyway, you were saying?
Yeah, Josiah Jerome sixth with 164. Mike Stoffmeal seventh with 150. John Barker 8th, 138. Frederick Avas ninth, 129. And Serge Hendricks 10th with 112. He's also tied with Sean Zulu. Um, Glenn Cabas, Andrew D, Max Simmons, Mike Magus, Scott Nick, Mauricio Legata, Wayne Hutchison, Luciano Ichaso, Cole McRae, bringing up our top 20. I'm Woody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Matt Higgs, our co-commentator, is watching Toy Story 2.
I'm never watching Toy Story 2.
Then what the heck was that, huh?
That was you.
Yeah, uh-huh.